This is Play North, the Manitoba Games show. The Manitoba Games, powered by Manitoba Hydro, are coming to Thompson March 4th to 10th. Look for us on social media using hashtag PlayNorth or go to our website, www.manitobagames.ca, to volunteer, to find our online store, and to get all kinds of information on Thompson and the games. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Joining me this time is Matt Burik, Divisional Chair for Operations. You're the guy, I think, that's got the biggest promotion in Thompson Manitoba Games history. So you came on as speed skating guy.
Correct.
Have you had a long speed skating career?
Don't know how to skate. That's the rumor. It's true.
Once we heard that after you volunteered, we said, as a punishment for lying to us and trying to take on speed skating, you jumped up to Divisional Chair for Operations. So Paul Pritchard had to step away a little bit. We had a chance to interview him a while ago. You're trying to fill his shoes, which that's not an easy task.
No, in a hurry. It was a lot to take on, but fortunately Paul had everything under control and it was an easy transition.
Super duper, yeah, you're right. Paul's, he's still around and helping us out, but you've stepped in a little bit for him. Now, operations has four main areas, right? So what are the four main areas?
Medical, signage, technology, and warehousing.
Yeah, that's all. So from running a little bit of speed skating to running, basically the whole behind the scenes part of the games is kind of what you're not doing it all yourself. You've got an army of volunteers to help you, right?
Absolutely. Not a one-man show. You rely on your people, and everyone's doing a fantastic job, and the talents that they bring are above and beyond. Hand-picked, and everyone's doing great.
And you do. I mean, I've seen the org chart. All of the people that you have leading up your areas, it's unbelievable. I sometimes wonder what you're even really doing there, because these guys totally have it under control. But let's touch on each of the four areas and just maybe a little zinger there. So we'll start with one of the guys that, honestly, when he said, I've got this under control, he had it under control. So Mick Slack is your warehousing guy. And it's funny because you think of the games and you think of sport, but the amount of stuff that it's like your house. You just have stuff that we have to organize and move around and store and then bring in and out is phenomenal, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Warehousing has 18 cages for securing the luggage coming and going from the games, and the location is really important because we are isolated to Artie Parker Power Mech Shop, and that's right in the middle of the heart of the game. So turnaround, arrival, departure will be executed very well.
Yeah, I love that, though. The one thing that got me, I sort of didn't buy into all the warehousing and the hubbub around it. I just kind of thought, whatever, until they said, like, when the cross-country skiers get here, that's how many people with skis and poles, and then you just start to think, they can't have that in a classroom?
No, and we have taken on some other locations throughout the city, too. So the old Rogers building next to Shoppers Drug Mart, we have warehousing there as well, among others.
These guys have that. Another guy that just, you put it in his hands and you just say run. It's like getting the best racehorse and cutting him loose. Is Charlie Hendren's looking after technology, and so they've got a big job there too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the challenges that we were working through was trying to understand how we could get Wi-Fi throughout the city with communicating passwords. Now, Shaw was an excellent sponsor. They've come forward and said that it'll be open Wi-Fi. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have that open Wi-Fi throughout the city for the games, and you're right. Technology again. Kids are going to be in the villages. They're on their phones. This is a reality. As a parent, maybe you don't love it, but that's the facts, and so it's so nice for them to have stepped up, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then let's move over to medical is another one. It's hopefully the unsung heroes of the games. Hopefully we don't use them one bit, and we all think, man, why did we waste so much time putting that together? But it's nice to have them, and a really cool tie-in with some of the athletes coming from out of town, right?
Yeah, from out of town we have a few medical professionals, physicians traveling with the teams that'll be part of the games, volunteering from one sport to the other. With that said, though, we are seeking more professional volunteers in the area of first aid and nursing. Just to help along with the games.
Yeah, it's going to be a beauty. And another neat little tie-in is we're bringing some kids up. I shouldn't call them kids. Students, adults, I guess, that are in athletic therapy at the University of Winnipeg are jumping on the buses with some of the athletes to come up and help us out. Is that right?
As far as I know, yes.
Put you on the spot. I'm pretty sure it's right. The last one, and this one is huge too, and we're so excited. We've got some of it that's starting to show up here now. Is our signage was a little slow getting here because we changed logos partway through the games process, and so this logo that we're showing off now is kind of new. Some of the signage is a little slow getting here, but you guys are going to be unrolling an unbelievable amount of stuff. This town is going to be painted with the Manitoba Games logo.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. PowerSmart had to change this year to just Manitoba Games, Manitoba Hydro. We have 1,500 meters of scrim now. That's 1.5 kilometers of signage in banner form that'll be hung up throughout the city. And then there will be more to that. We'll have flags and we'll have sandwich boards directing traffic, and we even have signage at the villages advising students or athletes how to get to their venues.
Where to go. Signage is one of those things, again, it's a little bit like medical, it's unsung. You don't think about it too much. Once you start to think about how many signs you need to direct people places, but also for awareness and recognition of volunteer or sponsors and things like that, it's mind-numbing. Did you find that when you first started to dig into it?
There's a lot of levers to pull. There's a lot of moving parts. So yeah, it's overwhelming, but like I say, you lean on your people, and everyone's doing the best that they can, and volunteers are helping out. Manitoba Hydro is donating volunteers to hang the signage throughout the city. So we're very fortunate to have partners like that in the community.
Oof, what a tie-in. Fantastic. Matt Burik, you've got a huge job in front of you, but it really feels like everything's in good hands with your team. So top marks to you guys for doing all the behind-the-scenes work, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Matt Burik, Divisional Chair for Operations, our guest on Play North, the Manitoba Games show. The Manitoba Games are coming to Thompson 50 days away, 50 days from now, March 4th to 10th. www.manitobagames.ca is the place to go for information on everything around the games. Use hashtag Play North with your photos and your other posts on social media. We'll pick them up and you'll help us to spread the word.